Hi everyone, I'm doing a yarn review for you today. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit if I can. I'm leaning you up against a big yarn ball. I'm going to review Bernat Plush yarn today, and this is a new one that I found in the clearance section of Joann's, and I can't seem to find it anywhere else. It's very hard to find online, but I think it's kind of cool. It's here's a ball of it, Bernat Plush. Oh, my phone is sliding. My yarn ball does not want to keep you standing. There we go. So this is Bernat Plush, and if you take a look, this is a velour yarn, and it's tubular. It's got squish to it, and it's very soft. Actually, I really like this stuff, and I have a hat that I made out of it, and I'm starting another one. Here's the start of another hat. Okay, so let's read about this yarn. This is 146 yards of 100% polyester yarn. Machine washable. It's a bulky weight 6. And this color is called Fuchsia Wave. Well, I really like this yarn, and I saw it on clearance and I couldn't resist it. I really couldn't resist it. I just had to make something out of it. I've been making sweaters non-stop for months, and I finally decided that I needed to buy yarn not to make a sweater. I've been buying yarn to make sweaters, and it's been frustrating because, you know, a lot of times you have to get a certain amount of yarn balls and they just don't have it. Like when I go to Michael's, they have 6 balls, not 7, and I need 7. So it's very frustrating sometimes that, you know, even when something is in stock, it's not in stock as much as I want to make a sweater. So 6 balls seems like adequate, you know, that seems adequate for most things, but I need 7 balls to make a sweater. That's just how it goes. So I bought this yarn to make hats, and I really like it. Bernat Plush, again, I think that this is a really cool yarn. And it's worth at least talking about. I'm surprised that it didn't get more hype. This tubular style yarn that's like hollow in the middle. It's got squish. It's got some stretch, a lot of stretch. And it's really fun to work with. I really felt like I was back in the 70s or something crocheting with upholstery. It feels like upholstery to me in some way. And it's very fun. And the velour feel makes it have this retro feel to it. So I think it's very fun yarn, and you have a vintagey kind of feel. I've seen some of the other colors of it, and they did a gold and like white one. They did a green one, green and cream maybe. So as you can see in this ball, I've got these creamy sort of colors. This is like a silver. It's not white. It's definitely a gray silver color. Can you see that? Okay. So this yarn I highly recommend. I used it with my 8 hook and it worked just fine. It's got a nice tight stitch, and it still remains very soft and plush when you're done working with it. So I highly recommend it, and I would say if you can find it on clearance somewhere at your Joann's, perhaps, you might be able to score some. Otherwise, you're not going to have an easy time finding it. I found some on eBay, and I found some on Etsy, and that was it. And it was very little. It was like 2 balls each, and not in this fabulous color, which I really like. I really like this color. It's soft, it's squishy, and it's beautiful. And it works up really nice. Like I said, I'm showing you the start of a hat again. It works up really beautiful, and I really like it. So, worth noting. And I finished a new hat, and I'm just going to show it off because I'm really excited about it. I made a pointy elf hat. I just finished, and I'm very happy. I just made one for my son as well. It's off of a new pattern that I just found. I'm not sure who makes it, actually. I should remember that from the pattern, but I don't actually. But it's a really fun pattern to work up, and I've been making these hats now for a couple days. Now that I've started making hats, I'm making hats. I'm gonna make more. I really enjoy this, and I've got so much of that Sherpa yarn, this Sherpa yarn that's at the end. I've got a ton of this, and I would love to be able to use up a ball of it just making trim for hats. So I'm gonna make more of these, and I may make a tutorial of how to make one like this, because the pattern that I got is much more complicated, and I simplified it and made something else with it. So I may end up doing a tutorial of this hat. If you want a tutorial of the elf hat, please message me or comment and let me know. I would love to know if you're interested in more tutorials from me or not. I did the sweater tutorial, and I'd love to see if people are interested in other tutorials. All right. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Stay safe and be happy.